viewers, and welcome to a brand new series here on ESGNet as we are bringing you guys Madden 19 here on the channel, and we are going to be having a new franchise. Actually, this year we're going to have two franchises. This is one of the two franchises that we're going to have. Now, this is going to be a traditional franchise that we had in the past, just like we had with the Packers, the Steelers, and just recently with the Cowboys. So nothing really different in the format of the show or the format of the series here, with some exceptions here. I haven't this show, the little I guess you can say the post game or post game slash pregame show for this is called the Chargers Update, which you just seen the intro of. It's the actual intro that they actually use for their locally show there around the LA area, but I just changed the music up to catch it. I think so far, I watched the video a couple of times here, or maybe a couple weeks ago. I kind of like it. I kind of dig it more than the original song and whatnot. I found some new music on YouTube that's actually pretty decent, copyright free and stuff. So you'll be hearing. Actually, you probably already heard some of the new stuff we've been using here on the channel, but this song that you're listening to right now, and the one that's the intro, kind of that California, laissez-faire kind of attitude, but that's not how this team's going to be. We're going to have this year a new team, and that team being the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, we're going to play as the Chargers. We're going back to the AFC, and this time we're going with the AFC West, as we're going to be, of course, playing against the Raiders, the Broncos, and of course the Chiefs this season. So there you see our team that we're going to play. There's some of the top players: Keenan Allen, Casey Hayward Jr., and of course Melvin Ingram III are all guys that we're going to try to develop and try to make this team a championship contender. My goal here this season is try to at least play. I know in the years past I say 3 seasons. And we only play 2, but this year I feel like this year we could play 3, with the other series being kind of a series that will kind of be doing a lot of skipping around and stuff like that. And I'll talk about that series at another time. Which, if you haven't already, you already know what it is. If you've been following here on the channel, you already know what the other team is going to be. But yeah, there you see the settings there we're going to have and whatnot. And occasionally we may actually have some voiceovers from maybe some other people, or maybe from the actual athletes themselves, taking some audio clips from previous interviews and stuff like that. We're going to try to spice it up here, just a little change of what we're going to do. As for the Chargers update, I don't know if it's going to be episode. We're going to have episodes like we do with the Cowboys series, where you have one after every game, or if it's going to be every other game like we did with the Steelers series. So I'm still trying to work that out, how we're going to do that and whatnot, but we'll probably see a lot more of that when we're talking about this, like statistics, and then also we're trying to focus in on really making our team better by the scouting. So a lot should be, I'm hoping to have more scouting report episodes to show you guys the scouting report. So Anthony Lynn is your coach this year, first year coach, the first ever African-American coach to coach the Chargers. And we're going to actually have him. You're going to hear some interviews here from these guys from just a couple weeks ago from the scrimmage game, the blue and gold, I think, scrimmage, or white and gold, or blue and white scrimmage game, whatever it's called. I forgot exactly what the actual game is, but you're going to hear from the coach, Philip Rivers, Casey Hayward, also Joey Bosa, and Keenan Allen. So we're going to hear from them here in just a bit about this, about training camp, with what they've been up to during all season, and what their predictions are for this coming season starting up. So there you see the injury report there, and those are some of the injuries. Now, of course, the official roster has not came out yet. I'm looking at Operation Sports right now as I'm making this video right now to look that up. But let's go ahead and take listen to right now to the head coach talking about the upcoming season, and of course we'll hear from Philip Rivers and the rest of the guys of the Chargers coming up here in just about right about now.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to be. We think September 9th, so it's a good look for our offense. But also our offense is pretty sharp, so like you said, iron sharpens iron, so those guys make each other better. For a little while, the other ones my one defense only had 8 reps. So, they were, well, I won't say too good, but I think the offense picked it up and we kept him on the field a little longer. So, we got some good film to look at. He's growing every day. I mean, he's learning more. He's more comfortable. And, he's a fast kid. He's changed direction at linebacker is what we're looking for in our scheme. We're very happy with him right now. We'll get back and look at him on tape in these live situations and we see how he performs. Well, you don't want first time you go live goal line is week 1. So you're going to have to do it. You kind of dread it, but you're going to have to do it. And you get to look at your goal line plays, your formations, your personnel, and see what you can do, you can't do. And defensively, you got to stop the run down there, because that's what people are going to try to do in the goal line. But it was a good competition today. I thought the offensive line, the running back got his pass down. We're really looking at keeping the head up, to stay away from those penalties. And that's when you do it, is in those goal line situations. So it was a really teaching point for the running backs in that drill. But I thought they competed well. I think we need to step it up a little bit on D.
So Derek Watt's trying to catch the ball so far this game.
Who?
Derek Watt.
Yeah.
What do you think about his development and how he fits in?
Derek Watt has outstanding hands. He's a fullback in this league, but he can also run, he can catch. We love his versatility, and we're going to try to take advantage of that a little bit more this year. Absolutely. You got to make up for that absence. I think Virgil Green is doing a good job right now of picking up, where Hunter left off. But we'll spread the ball just where we can get matchups. It's a matchup game. And if we can get Derek on the linebacker, if that's a better matchup, then that's what we'll do. He's competed hard. He's competed well. He's playing good football. And that's why we drafted him. Those couple of good days have been really good. It was nice to see Mike making those catches that we saw him make when we drafted him 7th overall. I think Mike's getting more comfortable right now in our scheme because he's practicing, he's staying on the field, and now you see the real Mike Williams. Well, he's really aggressive, and that's what you like about Rayshawn. And I think that comes with time and experience. As he gets more acclimated to the speed of this game, he'll make better decisions. It's a lot of trust, because that guy, he's deep as deep, and he protects our corners. So, you got to be patient. You can't be too anxious to get involved. And right now we have Watkins back there, Rayshawn's back there, Desmond Keene's been back there. Derwin James has done a good job back there. So I like how the guys are looking at free safety.
Well, I just think it's the size, definitely. And you look at him and Keenan's size down there, definitely. So I don't think only in the red zone, but he certainly can be a matchup problem down there. I thought it was all right. It's kind of been like camp. I think, I don't make more of this than any other practice or any other team session. I think it's been like camp. It's been a little bit of back and forth, which is good. If it was really one-sided, that's when you really get nervous. So it's been back and forth. We did some good things and some plenty of things to work on and coach off of. Correct from that the coaches will do when we watch the tape this afternoon. So we're still early. It's August 4th. We still are over a month until the opener, and we just got to keep heading in the right direction. Yeah, I think so. To me, we're about into that stretch. This was always that fan fest, that we had. So it kind of, once you get through this, you start to at least see an opponent and see some other colored jerseys on the film you're watching, which is nice. So it will be good. And certainly, I don't know how much we'll get. I don't expect to play a ton this preseason, but you always mentally prepare each week, so you get used to that routine and get ready to go. Yeah, well, that's growing too. That's one position. You think about the tight end position. Obviously, Hunter came in last year, and we got acclimated quickly a couple years ago. But that's one position. There hasn't been a lot of turnover. We haven't had to make many adjustments there. You've always known Gates was going to be there for 12 straight seasons for me. So. We're working through, just how I like things, what he think, what am I expecting him on certain routes, and he's getting a feel for this offense. He was in it similarly, with McCoy, but Virgil's going to be just fine. Virgil's played a lot of football and is a good football player, and those kind of things. You'll see more and more plays like that the more and more we're out there together. Yeah, I'm kind of just letting that play itself out. I don't think it helps for me to be hounding him. I don't know that it's to that point, but. It's good. It's like I've always said. However it ends, it'll be fine. It'll be what's meant to be. But we'll see what happens. Well, I just think, and I think as you look at our receiver core as a whole, you talk about the speed that Tyrell and Travis bring, among other things. Tyrell's turning into a complete full receiver. You look at Mike's size and what he brings. Keenan, obviously, with his route running and just overall how dynamic he is. And the list goes on. I'm not leaving out the other guys. They bring a lot of everything. So and then our DBs, as a whole, what pass defense, they were one in the league last year, I think. So it's been a lot of good versus good. And like I said, they understand that, and it seems to be a lot of, we're a close team, but those DBs and wide receivers get along quite well, believe it or not, even though they compete like crazy. So they really help one another out. Keenan tells them what he saw and why he released this way and this. So there's a lot of that. And I think it's a lot of – the more good versus good you have, the better off you are because you can really improve day to day.
Very important. That's what makes the team. That's what brings the camaraderie together. All the little stuff, the meetings, stuff that we don't want to do, stuff that we have to do, and then come out here and then we put it all together. So it was unexpected, devastating, emotional, especially for him. I've been in that boat before. Obviously, his is at a much more magnitude. So hopefully he can, do what he has to do and get back. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him play. So I hope he can come back. I think it does a great thing for our confidence as a team. But it's something that we had to move past and just deal with what we have to do. And, just come out here and put the work in and actually go make it happen. Yeah. I thought he did a great job today. Had a couple great things in one-on-ones, a couple good routes in teams. He just had to pick up on the speed of the game. It's going to come with time, and, he'll be great. Oh, man. I'll tell you, this guy's a baller. Showed it today. He was balling again, just like he was in OTAs, and, hopefully he can find a place on the team. Just stay consistent. I didn't want to take a break after OTAs. I just want to have a smooth slate, just keep everything going. Didn't want to have a setback or anything. Stayed in the weight room, stay working out. So I just tried to only took one vacation, so just Bahamas, and just stay close to football, basically. Just keep it all football. Don't worry about the media. Don't worry about these other things. Just keep everything football. Just go play football like I normally do, and just go do my things. I don't even think about it, to be honest with you. Just like I told you, I worry about me. I just play football. I just happen to play for the LA Chargers, so I'm going to come to practice, and when it's Sunday, I'm going to put this jersey on and do my thing. I just want to come out and play another 16 games. Let my game speak for itself. That's my only goal.
I think just basic fundamentals like staying low and get off. And everybody's going to be rusty pass rush wise and with a lot of stuff they do because it takes a lot. At least me personally, I don't work a lot of football techniques and drills when I'm during the off season. I just try to work on becoming a better athlete to therefore make it easier to do what I want to do out there. So it takes a week or so to get back in the swing of things, but right now I'm just focusing on staying low, getting off the ball well, and lining up right is a big one.
And then what's the pass do from how different is it?
It's different. I think it's just a more efficient way to practice, more realistic, obviously, of more pass rush moves that you can use. And I don't know, it's kind of, I feel like a little dangerous out here running full speed with nothing on because, it's still pretty much full speed. But once you get the pads on, you can really see where you're at with your pass rush technique because all the power moves come into play. I think it's just a year at a time. You could look back to my rookie year. I'm sure there's a huge improvement from that year to year number 2. I think it's just a confidence thing. We know we have the right guys in the room, and with even more people, obviously, we have a chance to have some depth and be even fresher out there. So I think with more experience playing together, it's just going to get better and better. Yeah, confidence is definitely bigger now, just because when you first come in as a rookie, you really don't know what to expect. I didn't win a rep of pass rush for God knows how long, and you get kind of discouraged. But once you start playing well and you know that you can compete at this level, and it's all about just getting better, it's you definitely get some confidence. Yeah. I was told by a bunch of different coaches that your moves probably won't work when you get in your first couple weeks, but just keep working at it, adjust, and eventually you'll get in your groove if you're a good player. So that's what I did, and by the time I played in week 4, I felt a little more confident out there. Yeah. Personally, I don't really pay attention to a lot of noise out there, and I don't think a lot of the guys on this team really pay much mind to it. You obviously know what people are talking about, but when are any of these people right about anything? So, just don't listen to them. We worry about what we have here, worry about getting better individually and as a team every single day. And I think with the pieces we have, everything will fall into place. Yeah. Yeah. So many raw guys that have just unbelievable potential, like JJ and Chenna, who come in and they don't really know what to do with themselves when they're pass rushing. And now after not long at all, a few months, some technique work, you can see the potential is just huge with what they're doing, the kind of pass rush moves they're able to do already. I mean, I saw JJ, Coach asked about him kind of the first week, and I thought, is this what you do now? Is this
Come on,
a
man.
thing?
Come on, just do your thing.
Is this the thing? Denzel interrupts
Just here for more support.
interviews? Okay. But I knew from kind of the beginning that he was going to be a great tackle for us. But we got Isaac moving along, making huge strides, and obviously a guy like Chenna to back us up. So depth is huge, and I mean, these guys are just going to keep getting better.
Good. What about a guy like Chris Lambert? What does he bring?
Oh, Chris, I forgot about Chris. As long as he stays healthy, I think he's going to be a great addition for behind Melvin, because obviously Isaac will play more of that end position behind me, but to have a guy that will take some reps off of Melvin, have him fresh out there, and everybody has huge trust in Chris that he'll go out there and he'll make plays and do what he has to do. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's timing and speed of the game. Obviously, it's different when you move up a level, but confidence, again, with your moves. When you're out there pass rushing and you're not confident, things aren't going to work very well, but it just takes time. No, just Denzel. He thinks he's funny. Yeah, he helped me with my move. I just bought a house down here, so luckily I have my dad still taking care of me and my mom, so. But no, it's great to see him out here. He's still going to be out here for a couple more days, so just to spend time with him anytime, because he's traveling a lot, and obviously I'm all over the place, so just to get to spend some time with him is good. No, not at all. I think there's so much I have to work on that I have an idea in my head of what I want things to look like and how I want to be as a player, and I'm not anywhere near those things, but I know I'm making the right steps in that direction. I've just kind of got to figure out how to take it to the next level, and I'm kind of dissecting my game and other people's games to take it there. No, never really set any stats like as goals. I think then you worry about it. You're worrying about getting a sack. If you want to get 15 sacks and you're out there doing your own thing to get sacks, more than likely you're going to hurt the team and not get a sack rather than you just doing your job and you falling into one. I've come to realize when I'm really out there trying to make a play like that, I'll do something wrong and they'll break a run or whatever, but if I stay within myself and the defense, it usually works out pretty well.
All right, thanks, Joey.
Yep, thank you.
For a full season and a half, from his rookie year, he started like the second half of the season and pretty much all the season last year. So we definitely have a lot of faith in all the guys that are here, from the safeties to the corners. You know, Desmond's played a lot of ball for us. So we got a lot of people that's returned that played a lot of ball for us. So we're very comfortable. You know, I feel very bad for him, you know, for all the hard work he's put in. You know, that broke a lot of our hearts. You know, to see him go down on the conditioning test, because we know how hard he worked to get back there. So a lot of prayers for him. Everybody put prayers up for him. And but we definitely have a lot of faith in the guys that we have here as well. He's a starter. He's been out. He was a starter last year, so the season even haven't started. So he's definitely our starter. But I see the hard work he puts in. I work out with him in the off season. He comes to Atlanta and work out, and we work out at the same place. So I see the hard work he put in, and I just know the competitive guy he is. So, you know, this stage not too big for him. He's been doing it. He's been playing football all his life. So this shouldn't be nothing new to him.
What about his game is so impressive? Like his fundamentals. What about Trevor's game that you've seen really develop?
For me, I think the best part of his game is he competes. He competes at a high level, and he likes the challenge. So no matter if we're going up against any of the guys that we're gonna go up against, he wants those challenges. He wants those balls thrown at him. And last year he got the opportunity. We both probably got the same amount of targets last year, so we both getting targets. So it don't matter who he's on or who he's not on. He's getting the targets and he's making the best of it.
How much more things are you guys?
I think we're very comfortable. Right now, it's all about us right now, so we're not even focused on anybody else. But I think at the moment, we're better than what we were last year at this moment. We got a lot of returning starters on offense and defense, so we better be comfortable. He's been hurt right now, but, you know, when he was in OTAs, he's going to bring a swag, he's going to bring toughness, he's going to bring somebody that's ready to knock your head out coming across the middle. And he one of those Florida State guys, you know, those guys got a lot of swag when they come in, so they used to winning. So why not bring winners around? Nah, it was already like that, but to get a guy like him coming from college, because he was one of the top guys in the draft, a lot of people say we got to steal on him, and we're glad that he's here. So it definitely brings competition, you know, not just because he's here, but he's a good player, and everybody wants to be good, and this defense can take off. We was number 3 last year. We won number 1, so we can go up. Not sure if it's anything to, you know, apply, but we know that we can dig our way out, and that's what we did. And we know what it kind of takes to finish those games. I'm pretty sure not many teams win 16 straight games, so I'm pretty sure we'll have a game or two where we scratching our head and like, dang, we should have won that game and finished it. But the way that we finished that season, that's how we hope to start. For sure, no doubt. I think it's the way that we prepared ourselves. We took some lumps, but that's what football is about. It's a lot of ups and downs. You want to stay up as long as possible, but the stock market don't even work like that. So we want to stay up. Oh, no doubt. They made my life a lot easier. I know the ball got to come out a little faster when those guys come. A couple of my picks last year came off Joey. Hitting the guy before he come, wobbly ball. I take all of them. I want tips. I want them just to come to me. I take 10 of those. So if he can give me 10 of them, I'll give him something. For sure. Everybody want to see that matchup. One-on-ones today, we was 1 for 1. I take that against him. But of course, they good on good. That's the guy I want to go against every play, and I tell him that. He tell me the same thing, like, hey, let's go today. And it kind of gets us going, even when, you know, outside of the one-on-ones as well. It's like, hey, let's go out here and compete because we want to be the best. Man, that's my man. Mel, hey, go and get my man album, man. King Talk. Hey, go and get my man. What it is? It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, everywhere. King Talk. A lot of noise, and not noise talking noise. A lot of pads popping, helmets popping. Gonna be definitely competitive, especially running backs, linebackers. I don't really do too much hitting out here, but the running back, linebackers, safeties, I think it's gonna be a lot of thud. I think it's gonna be very competitive out here. First time you putting pass on, you know, we're gonna see where we at. Who? But I think we're good. I call a spade a spade. Cause can a system player not be a star? I'm just curious. I don't know how that works. I don't know if a star is in any system. You're a star. I don't think it really matters what system you're in. I've played in 3 systems since I've been in the NFL, and I played good in every system I've been in. So I guess if you want to call me a system, I played in 3 systems. He can say I played in 3 system guy. Man, I definitely don't think he hit his potential. I told people after his first year, I feel like he's going to be the best defensive player in this league coming up. I think Aaron Donald's the best defensive player in the league right now, but I definitely think Joey Bosa got a chance to be one of the best defensive players in the league, if not the best. And you've seen that from his rookie year until now. I think he got so much potential. I think the sky's the limit for him.
But is that work ethic infectious to
for
other
sure.
guys across the team?
You see how hard he works off the field, in the weight room, and things like that. Definitely contagious. You see that you want to work just as hard as he and the other guys as well. So we kind of push each other, especially in the DB room. Nobody don't want the person to outlift them, outrun them, and things like that. So of course we compete with interceptions, pass breakups, and it's all a competition from top to bottom. A little bit, but I'm my own competition. I kind of get myself up. None of that bothers me like motivates me to get better, because that's my ultimate goal. I just sometimes, some talk is just disrespectful to me, and it wasn't like super disrespectful, because that's just his opinion. Don't get me wrong. So I wasn't like I was going crazy at him, but some things are disrespectful to me, even though it's some opinions, and I just give my opinion on it.
Yes, music. I know he got a real passion for music, because me and him done talked about it. Yeah, definitely. High expectations from who? That shit don't mean nothing to us. Ain't nobody expectation higher than our own expectations for us. We out here working. We ain't worried about last year. It's all about this year. We grinding, and we know what we gonna do. We know what our main goal is, and shit, we gonna obtain it. Every area. That's what we aim to do. You come out here, you get better in every aspect of your game. You can never be too good in an aspect, so you get better every single day. Grind, try to improve in every single aspect, and that's what he do, that's what I do, that's what everybody on this team do, that's what coaches do. We all try to get better every day.
With you and Joey being such elite players, do you sort of feed off? It seems like you feed off each other.
We push each other.
You have that fire.
We push each other. That's what it's all about, pushing each other. We're trying to get better every day. Either you get better or you get worse every day. You never stay the same. So every day we try to come out here and push each other to get better. Oh, he bring a lot. He bring a lot of versatility. He's a top-notch player, and he gonna definitely help us a lot. He's one of us, and he can make a lot of plays for this ball club, and I think that's what he's gonna do this year. He coming along real good. You fit in good. When you get out there with us, you got to get up to speed, and that's what he did. He stepped right in there ready to go, and that's what it's all about. He came here from day one and wanted to learn and wanted to get better. So he got a bright future in this league. Yeah. It's a lot they throw at you at one time, and you got to learn it and be able to play up to speed. And he took all of it, kept learning, and never missed a beat. He's still just grinding, getting better every day, and that's what you want to do. You want to keep climbing that mountain every day, and he's going in the right direction. Oh, I see a playmaker, really. A person who can help this ball club. He's going to go out there and make plays, and that's what it's all about. We all about making plays, having fun. That's just being a football player. That's just being a football player. And that's what he is. He was just being a football player at USC, and I think he's going to come here and be a football player. It's just a knack for knowing where the ball is.
All right, so there you see it. You heard from the guys there, and pretty much that was listening to those interviews over the summer. I was looking at different teams, and this is one of those teams that just really caught my eye. And I was talking to some friends about for the next series for Madden. I kind of want to do something in the AFC again, and a friend of mine suggested me to do the Chiefs, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to stay away from them. They're a hometown team. I know a little bit more than most people do, but of course, if you already know, we're doing this different series here on the channel that we're going to be kind of doing the same thing with other franchises in other sports at some point, called Mission Recondition Dynasty. And so I thought, you know what, we can do it for that. I have a friend of mine named Steve. I've mentioned here on the channel many times before. He's going to be helping me with that series, and we'll see how that series goes here for us. But for the Chargers this year, I was like, okay, this is a team that I feel like there's something special about them. They're pretty much considered a dark horse, really, and a lot of talking heads around the NFL saying that this is a team that could be their year. They are a young team, I will say that. And for at least for our first season here, we may not begin to the playoff. We may have a playoff appearance, maybe. Our goal is to get to the playoffs, and most importantly, get to the World or to the Super Bowl, like any team wants, regardless of where position they're in right now. A lot of times I hear that, and I'm like, no, your goal is to go to the Super Bowl. Your goal is to win it all. And if we have to win it ugly, hey, that's fine. That'll be fun. But I really would like to see Philip Rivers right off to the sunset with a championship. Now, if you remember this whole thing with Philip Rivers, he got drafted by the New York Giants, but then got traded because of Eli Manning's dad, saying that, told his agent, hey, or told the team, told the Giants to, hey, trade him and go after my son. I don't want my son to play for San Diego. Now, what would the world be like if Eli Manning was playing in San Diego? Would we see two Super Bowl championships there well, at the time it was San Diego, now it's Los Angeles now, but what would the world be like? So that's one of the weird things I always think about when seeing stuff like that for so for sports, is like, what would happen if it went the other way? Instead of the way it went, you know. But there you see the team right there. You guys are checking those out there. Got a lot of guys. I think one of the fun things going to be about is playing the defensive line there. We got Joey Bosa right there on the left, and then Ingram on the right. It's going to be that. I mean, just a crazy defensive ends there. Of course, we're going to try to build those guys, or they're try to get some guys in there to help us out there. And then, of course, Legit and Bean, their defensive tackles there. They're going to be awesome there. So they got a good defensive team here. I feel really comfortable with that. I think we'll do something with offensively. We're going to get things going there. You see Denzel Perryman, the middle linebacker, who's just been playing very, very well here in the short time he's been in the NFL, and along with several others here. So, like I said, I'm kind of excited about this series here. We're going to try some things different this year, and not to mention too, we're going to try to speed along this series here. Now, when will this series debut? Well, the answer to that question is I don't know yet. As soon as the new rosters come out, or if Operation Sports has them, I will go ahead and download those, and then we'll start the season as soon as possible. Now, for YouTube's sake, I don't know when exactly we're going to do it. It probably won't start until maybe until I get the first couple weeks games in and get those ready for you guys. I think for right now, for the Chargers update, the little side show there, the secondary show for it, I think we may do every 4 weeks. I don't know. It just depends on the game that's coming up. I know the first game is coming up here. Is a big game, especially for me. We're going against the Chiefs in Week 1. So I think we'll have a preview episode, which we'll have that coming up here pretty soon. Like I said, as soon as we get the roster going, and then we'll show you a preview of that game and whatnot. But for the most part here, I think we'll just play it by ear of when we're going to have an episode. We may go straight to the next game the following, after, let's say after Week 3, we'll just go straight. The next video you guys will see from the Chargers will be the Week 4 matchup. There may be a brief, like a quick update video if there's any changes. Same thing with, trying to scout players like that. I've got a scouting board that looks decent that I want to talk about, or certain players on the scouting board, certain positions I want to kind of focus in on. Well, those kind of episodes like we've done in the past, but there may not be as many Charger update episodes up here. So that'll be something that we'll have to, I don't know, like I said, we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll see how things go. Because I know the way I did it for the Cowboys series, that kind of took out some of the, not to mention some of the gameplay from last year, which is some of the things that the game was doing just can't make it glitchy, and I kind of just didn't want to play it a lot of times. But the Cowboys series will be wrapping up here very soon. We got a couple more games, well, at least another, depending on how the season ends. Right now we're in the playoffs, so depending on how that season ends, so that series will automatically end. We'll stop it. We'll play it. We'll show you guys a kind of a future look of what the team will look like. I've done that in the past before, but we'll just kind of move along. As you take a look at the schedule here, we got some big games coming up, especially that game right there at 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday. That is the London game. Yes, we'll be going in. We'll be the home team in London, playing against the Tennessee Titans. And then we've got a bye week there in Week 8, and then we got the Seahawks and Raiders both on the road. And then just look at the rest of the schedule there. Play the Chiefs towards the end there, along with the Broncos. So a lot of big games coming up. We got that big Thursday night game against Kansas City there in Week 15. That'll be very, very big, just like this Week 1 matchup with them. Should be something special. And of course, I'm going to be chomping at the bit because, I live in the Kansas City area. I give Kansas City a hard time. So yeah, and that was kind of one of the reasons why I ain't gonna lie, it's probably one of the biggest reasons why I want to play them this year. Play as the Chargers was just to pick on the Chiefs and give them a hard time. But usually when I do that, usually it backfires on me. So I'm not gonna say too much about that. I'm gonna go ahead and stop now. I'm probably already in trouble already when it comes to that. But yeah, we'll start the Chiefs special different look at the Chiefs franchise there coming up, and that there'll be a video of that series coming up here very, very soon here on the channel. We'll get that going for you guys. But yeah, for the most part here, it's gonna be kind of fun. It's gonna be exciting, and I can't wait to start this new franchise here for Madden. We are gonna try to play 10-minute quarters. A friend of mine suggested 8-minute quarters. So I don't know, maybe we'll play my 9-minute quarters, just kind of split the difference. But yeah, we're gonna play no more than 10-minute quarters here. Of course, all Madden, and of course we're gonna use some sliders here that I used last year. We're gonna kind of improve in some of those areas there. I've been playing a lot of games to see how those sliders work out and kind of moving stuff around, and so far I feel comfortable playing. We had some pretty close games there. That's what I was looking for, is have games that come down to a field goal or from a touchdown or less. So the gameplay this year seems like a little bit smoother from my view. I've seen others people say that it's kind of more rough than it was last year. So there's been several patches they've been patching things up in and stuff like that. So hopefully by the time they get the official first week 1 rosters out, hopefully a lot of that stuff will be fixed and be ready to go. But that is it for now, at least for this series here. We'll start the series here. The date I will let you guys know in an update video of when this series is going to start. I cannot wait to get it started here. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to play as the Los Angeles Chargers. One of the things before we go to is we're going to have to build a stadium, our new stadium. If you know the Los Angeles Hollywood Stadium they're going to be playing in here in 2020. Well, unfortunately, it's not in the game. I'm hoping that they'll patch that in sometime at some point here. I've been looking at a lot of places like on Operation Sports C about people talking about that and stuff like that, and no word yet officially from EA about that yet. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to build a new stadium. So, and we'll talk about more about that later on. But I will tell you that I did sim for fun a couple of years, and we're still in the same place that we're at right now. So, but we're going to build our own stadium for the team, just like in real life. So we're going to keep the game as close to real life as possible. So it should be a lot of fun. But that's it. Officially, that's it for now. And I'll let you guys know in an update video when this series is going to start. But Chargers going to be in LA this year, and we're going to see what we can do with them. Try to see if we can get Phillip Rivers a ring before he goes. His time is borrowed right now, and we got to try to help him out here as much as possible. So that is it for this first episode, or I should say the introduction episode of the Madden 19 Los Angeles Chargers franchise. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more here on ESGNet. Excuse me. Also, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified when videos of this series or any other series are uploaded to the channel. That is it for me, you guys. As always, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.